Roger, we copy. Total count.
Headlines.
That's one small step for man.
The first draft of history.
As a civilization, we've looked at the moon, dreamed about the moon.
One giant leap for mankind.
55 years ago, the headlines read, "Of moments humanity will never forget."
Godspeed, John Glenn. 10, 9, 8.
In 1961, we hadn't even put anybody to orbit yet. We had merely launched a couple of suborbital flights, and the president challenged us.
We choose to go to the moon.
And we made that dream come true. We sent astronauts to that lunar surface.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
That was such a uniting event.
But those headlines haven't read the same for 50 years. Even then, the question was asked, what's next in space? Well, it's time to go back.
We've made an incredible amount of progress, and we are on the cusp of something very special.
But before America ever steps foot on the moon again, we need Utah. On a hillside west of the Salt Lake Valley sits a facility steeped in history and innovation.
We have been building boosters since the late 70s.
This is Mark Pond, Senior Director of NASA Programs at Northrop Grumman.
I was an infant when Gene Cernan stepped off the moon in 1972. I feel completely cheated that I didn't get to be a part of that.
He and many others in Utah have been involved in building solid rocket boosters right in our own backyard.
The motors that you've got over here are the GEM 63s. The GEM 63s are used on the Atlas V rocket, and the GEM 63 XLs support the Vulcan vehicle.
Two good SRBs.
These motors are great if you want to get to space, but if it's to the moon you want to go, you only need to travel a little further north up I-15.
Minus 57 minutes and counting.
To Northrop Grumman's Promontory facility.
So Northrop Grumman builds two major components for Artemis II. The two white solid rocket boosters on the sides of the stack, on the sides of SLS, and then we also build the launch abort system.
Right now, they're getting ready for launch.
We shipped the hardware to the launch site about a year and a half ago.
Another prepping is Dave Reynolds. As a native Utahn, he's looked to the stars for as long as he can remember.
The first experience that I can really remember that was related to space was when I was in second grade. My teacher wheeled in a TV and the class watched the Space Shuttle Challenger. There was something about the bravery of those astronauts that sparked something in me as a kid.
Today, he no longer lives in Utah, although his heart's here, since now
I'm the SLS Booster Program Manager at NASA, at Marshall Space Flight Center, NASA.
Roger.
So what can an SLS booster do?
All required personnel are on station.
Well, as the most powerful segmented solid rocket motor ever produced, it can do
5, 4, 3, 2,
this.
1.
It's silent for about the first 3 or 4 seconds, and then it hits you. And it just rumbles your bones for 2 minutes.
T plus 60 seconds.
Shook the mountainside. I mean, I guarantee they heard it from miles and miles around.
Central Support System Operator.
This rocket, the SLS rocket, is the only rocket that is capable of sending the Orion capsule with the astronauts to the moon.
A truly inspiring sight. And few know more about inspiration
Dr. Lindgren?
than Kjell Lindgren.
I have the privilege of serving as a NASA astronaut. I flew to the International Space Station in 2015, and then more recently had the privilege of commanding the Crew 4 mission to the International Space Station on a SpaceX Crew Dragon.
As an astronaut, he's now the head of NASA's flight directorate and directly responsible for the Artemis mission.
I've wanted to be an astronaut for as long as I can remember. Most of us that are involved in human spaceflight were inspired by the images of our Apollo astronauts exploring the lunar surface.
So soon, 4 brave souls will again push the boundaries of what's possible.
It will be our friends and colleagues that we're going to be sending around the moon in Artemis II.
With Utah powering the way to those headlines once again.
This is the reason why the Artemis program exists.
We can all look out at the stars, and it inspires in every one of us a curiosity.
Spencer Joseph.
Weather is go for launch.
Fox 13 News.
I absolutely think this is the golden age of space travel.
And you're cleared for takeoff.
Utah.